Hey, happy birthday. I
Thank you.
thought I'd take you to the club.
Woo-hoo.
The answer is coming after hours.
Oh. Oh my God. I had to buy myself beads.
Did you throw them to yourself? Sad. Come
Um,
on, man.
Beads don't even make noise. I was so sad. I was at the Dollar Tree and I was like,
That's sad. Womp
that's
womp.
okay. I have my Mountain Dew here. Pre-poured this time, not like last time.
So I wanted to say that perhaps a new sponsor could be IBC. Oh, where are we?
You gotta hold it in
Cream
front of your
soda.
body. Hold it in front of your body. There you go. Oh,
IBC cream soda. I decided to have one in honor of your birthday. I've not had one in like 25 years. And excuse my voice, everybody. I was deathly ill for 5 days, not COVID, not monkeypox, not polio, the fucking plague, just a flu from my dirty, festering child. So,
festering? That's a word you don't hear used that
extra
too often for your own
reason,
offspring.
right? I love her, really, truly. Extra reason to drink to health in your birthday.
Well, thank you so much. Actually, that was going to be one of my like inquiring minds want to know, is Aaron going to be drinking a Dr. Pepper?
Most of the time, yes. That's my signature, but this is a special day.
Thank you. Thank you. And, tonight's episode is actually brought to you by the sound effect that makes all hand-to-hand fight sequences and movies works, which is the because without that, it doesn't really work. And if you really think about it, without that sound effect, isn't it just disgruntled ballet?
Pretty much. Yeah, that's actually a really good way to put it.
Like I always think about that scene in Ferris Bueller where she kicks the principal like 3 times. I don't know what it is, if it's like a breaking a board and snapping at the same time, but it's genius. And
some Foley artist made a fortune off of that.
And we do have a jam-packed episode, folks, but I do have to put a little jackassery that I experienced at the store at the top of the show here because Aaron will get the reference right away. So literally right after I texted you, I was at the store. I was in line at the checkout. Make this really quick, and I'm putting stuff on the conveyor belt, and the cashier looks at me and she's like, "Oh, going to a party?" And I was like, "Oh, well, kinda. It's my party. I'm getting it for myself." And she's like, "That's just so sad."
Oh.
And I don't know why this popped into my head, but I said something like, there's an old song and there's like, you can't raise a Cain when he's in defeat or whatever. And then she looked at me kind of weird. Without missing a beat, a woman walked behind me and never stopped. She heard defeat and she was just like, foot fetish, huh? Nice. And I didn't have time. And then the cashier started dying. And all I could think of was that Liam Lynch song. And I was just like, whatever.
Oh, God. You have the worst luck at literally every store. I think you should just, I don't know, carry a camera and document everywhere.
Ooh, it is a little hot here in the ransom room.
Look how you decorated.
I know, it's a bag. That's when I was talking to her at the cash register. I was like, you can just put all that in that gift bag and I can take the gift bag. And she was like, if you must, sir.
That's so funny. Well, at least we got to celebrate here, right?
Oh, I know. I got to talk to like a lot of friends and relatives and stuff. So that was cool.
Good.
It's tough with weekends and weekdays.
What are birthdays when we're old, right? It's called Wednesday or Thursday. Like, really, what is a birthday at this point? It's just another day we're breathing, not shitting our pants, alive.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank God I don't have someone
incur a turd in my pants.
Right? No one has to wipe me. We're good.
So, the night is young. So welcome to Make Your Own Fun, everybody. And even though this is kind of the birthday episode, it's also like the episode of so many announcements. So I know she's a little raspy, but I'm going to turn it over to Erin because, oh my gosh, there's so much. And she's going to talk to you guys about new segments and updates we have coming to the channel.
Yeah. So I actually wanted to kind of debut a new segment called Mental Health Moment. So therapy rocks. Yay. I'm that nerd, people. So I actually really quickly wanted to talk about manipulation, which I, in very loose terms, call mind fuck, because, or a real douche move. So
I like that one.
recently I talked to someone, and it's a quick story, but recently I heard of somebody, and I will not say names, but I hope they're not listening, about a situation where a very close male friend of theirs kind of preyed upon their weakness as they were going through a relationship struggle of their own, and swooped in for the kill and manipulated the situation so that it was like that he could come in and she was easy prey, and then couldn't seal the deal. And it totally mind fucked her. So, I wanted to kind of bring awareness to that, because this happens every day to males or females. So, as we all know, just to really quickly, for those that don't know, manipulating someone is basically an attempt to sway someone's emotions to get them to act or feel a certain way, right? So, there's 5 manipulation tactics that dudes use, and I will use it based on this example, to be a douche and to manipulate, telling a sob story. So in this case, this guy talked about how he's, separated from his ex, and he's got kid troubles, and, life is just the worst piece of shit possible. Nobody ever understood me, blah, blah, blah. Swooped in for the kill, became instant friends. Then move on to number 2, use the carrot and the stick approach. He dangled that fucking carrot. She never got to see the carrot, the actual carrot. It could be really small.
Gotta set the cup down.
But it was basically that old tactic of, let's get really close. I'm going to lead you on, and then I'm going to ghost you for 3 days. And the whole weekend, you're going to wonder, what the fuck did I do wrong? Does he like me? Did I fart in front of him and not realize it? Did I say something stupid? It's got to be me. Am I too fat? He's seeing someone else. And then Monday rolls around and Mr. Wonderful's back in the picture. So it's that back and forth that led her to continue to pursue. And then when she was feeling extra shitty, it was making her feel insecure, showing up to a lunch date with a hickey from someone else, and then saying it's just from shaving, something like that. And then the ultimate was, right? And comparing her in a way subconsciously, making her compare herself to his ex. And then, the jealousy, making all those little things, making weird comments that made her question and gaslit her, to the point where at the end of the day, when she went to hook up with him, he said, pump the brakes. I can't give you what you want right now. I think we need to take a break.
Oh,
That's called a mind fuck. This happens so much. So part of what I want to do is, just being in the therapy world, is to bring awareness to people. Don't be a douche. I think this should just be called don't be a douche.
The takeaway.
Don't do this. Handle your shit. Handle your shit. Be a good human being. Don't take a shit on someone else. Let's all be adults, people. No more manipulation. So that is my mental health moment. Thank you.
Awesome. Loved it.
So other things, Eric, do you have other things coming
Yeah.
up the pipe?
Yeah, I know that we talked about, some people have reached out and said it's such a nice comment, such a nice way. Except for this last week, it was, you guys only have like the one thing a week, or if it was either like an interview or the make your own fun with Aaron and I. And so I reached back into kind of my past, and I thought, what's something really short, really easy that Aaron and I can do? And I came up with Be Funny Now, which basically is just a really short, like less than a minute thing of someone pushing a button. And whenever you push on it, it'll be one of us doing something really silly with our face, or a noise. And, just something where it's like, I feel like crap. I've had a really crap day. Like, that Eric Lawson's a jackass. I need, I need some comic relief right now. And I push the giant red button that you feel like you're at Dave and Buster's or whatever.
Right.
And then one of us, whenever we record the stuff, at least hopefully like once a week we'll have one of those tiny little videos up,
Definitely.
because it's so important. You don't realize, especially as adults, it's just like you need that pressure relief. You need just
Oh, yeah.
that thing where it's just like, man, just for a minute, let me just step out of my office or wherever I'm at, open my phone, be funny now, jackass.
100%.
What, and then somebody will poke us with a stick from off camera, and we'll do that. And I know Erin's kind of talked about something also. I don't know if she's going to do this now or later, where she talked about just crazy little run-ins or little things where we can, maybe we'll call it, that's amazing, because that's kind of your catchphrase.
That, it's something that has grown to be my catchphrase that I have been told is, but I never realized it. But
It's a great
amazing.
catchphrase. Come on, it's
Amazing.
nothing but positive.
It's better than that's hot.
Or like as if.
Yeah, right. No.
Well, I'll dovetail into a couple of announcements. I know, guys, I know you want us to get to the funny stuff, but we just have so much coming up that changes and new things coming up. So we do have a couple of interviews lined up, and I will be uploading my interview with Julie Hapner, who is a special effects makeup artist, does a lot of horror stuff. I'm going to be working with her hopefully in the next week or two here on the horror film that I'm kind of part of. And then
Tell us more, Eric. What film are you a part of?
I am working on a film called Body Count, and it is produced by Jennifer Nangle, who also has her own show where she portrays Malvolia, Queen of the Night, Queen of Screams, very much like a Morticia kind of character. And so the movie is a horror anthology, and I wrote a section of the movie called Holly Hatchet, and that's going to film at the end of the month here in LA. Super excited about that. And if you guys wait and watch all the way to the end, in the description, I'll put a link to their GoFundMe, because they're trying to raise a little bit of last minute money for locations, costumes, food, and props for the cast and crew. So just trying to get to that finish line. Super excited about that. So check that out. And
Awesome. Also, real quick, we are going to also put into the description or the about section on our YouTube page, our social media links. So that way you can connect with us all across the board on all platforms. Because I'm going to post on my Instagram some little quizzes, funny things that we can incorporate into the show. So really pay attention to both, because there might be prizes. I'm just saying.
Right. And the Dollar
They are not going to be great.
who walked past me, we've got really good comic timing. Maybe we want you on the show.
Hey, interview.
Right. And then speaking of the interviews, the following Tuesday on the 30th, I'll be uploading my video with Chelsea Clammer. She is an essay writer, and her new book is right here called Human Heartbeat Detected. And it's a pretty harrowing tale. And I can't wait to dive into that with her. I feel like I'm going to learn a lot from her. And also, as you can see, it's kind of already falling apart here behind me, but this version of the Ransom Room is going to go away. Sadly, I know Erin loves it.
He's growing up.
It's so real. It's so tangible. It's like you're really getting tortured.
You're all grows up.
I know. I'm not moving out of my apartment, but we're just going to take some steps so this doesn't keep happening to Eric. I know really I suffer for the art, but I shouldn't suffer that much for being in my own apartment. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to Erin and see. We've got a couple of topics here, and if you have a horrible restaurant story, go for it. Or I can take it. It's up to you.
I have two horrible restaurant stories. I will start with the first one. So I used to, back in my alcoholic 20s, frequent Barney's Beanery in West Hollywood.
Oh, another one in Santa Monica.
And I would play pool, because I can now only play drunk. So I retired the pool cue, but I've spent many nights partying there. And one night was probably one of the last nights I spent partying there, because the most horrifying thing happened to me. No. I was with friends. I was winning. I was up. I was about to win this game, and I had to pee. And it's one of those pees where you've already broken the seal and you cannot hold it anymore. So my choice was pause the game, run to the bathroom, go and come back, or take the chance that I might win and piss my pants at the same time. I chose the first option. And so I put my pool cue down and I ran as fast as I could, not realizing that at the very same moment that I was running to the bathroom, a very drunk underage girl was running to the bathroom, and it had been amateur hour for her, folks. She had had many red drinks. And as she and I collided, she threw up all over me and I
Oh,
slipped and fell in her vomit.
oh,
That
God.
was horrifying.
Oh my God.
And it was even worse because I wore white pants, which I don't ever do. But I
Oh,
decided I'm feeling fun. It's summer. I wore white pants and now it looked like a murder scene and it smelled like death. So I went back to the bathroom. I still peed fast. I came back. I lost the game. It would have been great if I won, but truth be told, I fucking lost. And I was covered in puke. In white
you
pants.
came back and they were like, what happened? You were like, shh, shh.
I said, don't even.
Just,
Nobody asked.
Just let me.
It was, and then I stayed the rest of the night like that because what was I going to do? Not wear pants?
Everybody
So-
was like, Aaron, maybe you want to, and you're like, no, it's
No,
happening. Just do
No,
it.
it was horrifying. Worst experience I've ever had at a restaurant.
Oh my God. All right. So I've only got one this time, believe it or
Let's
not.
hear it.
So God, this is about 10 years ago. In Venice, and I think it's still a chain, but of restaurants, Japanese restaurants. I had two friends from Ohio come and visit. They were in town selling tattoo flash art.
Huh?
So I was just kind of hanging out with them for the day, and they were going around to the different tattoo shops and trying to, see if anybody will take anything from their books. And it got to be really late. I don't know if it was like a Sunday or something, and there wasn't a lot of stuff open. I think we were driving down Lincoln Boulevard. I'm sure you know all this area I'm going to talk about
yeah.
in Venice.
Old
And we
Stomping
drove
Ground.
past a sign for a sushi place, and I checked, it's not there anymore. And my buddy goes like, that can't be right. That sign cannot be right. Fuku sushi, Fuku sushi. And I was like, fuck you, sushi. Fuck you, sushi. And my other buddy was like, well, we have to eat it. Fuck
You
you.
gotta go now.
We have to go now. So we go in, and I don't know if it was like because I was just dressed a little conservative. It was probably back in the days of the short hair and me wearing suits, working at the water park by the 405.
Yeah.
And so I was probably just a little bit more clean cut. And they clearly, they're tatted up and they've got short, dark shorts, so you can see the tats on the legs and the arms. And that's kind of, you have to do that kind of for like the sales pitch.
Yeah.
You can't just walk in there and basically look like me and be like, oh, I want to tell you tattoo art. And they're like, and get out.
You look like you're on a Bible mission.
Right. And I was like, I'll tell you about the Book of Mormon.
Right.
So anyway, we go in there, and she must have just had a shit day. And we must have been like one of the last group of customers because it was like 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. We roll in there, and the server was also the maitre d' because it was really close to closing time. And you've been to restaurants when you come in with your group and they're literally the 2 or 3 people working there are just like,
Yeah.
and we got that look. And she looked at me and she was like, I was behind them and she came to me. And she's like, oh, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, my friends and I, table for 3. And she's like,
Yeah, right.
oh, okay. And then my one buddy turns and he's like, I'm really hungry. Tell me about your specials. And then she rolled her eyes and just crumpled her body up into like the geisha thing with the affected over the top cartoon accent. And I was like, oh, what is,
my
and she was
God.
like, oh, would you like the food? Okay, you follow me like this. And my friend was like, the fuck is what? And I'm like, dude, just go. And then during the course of the night, anytime she would, bring a dish or something, I would be like, thank you so much. I think we're still a little bit hungry. We're ready to order like our drinks. And she's like, oh, okay, what would you like? And I'm like, oh, I think I'll just have a Blue Moon or whatever. And she's like, oh, very good, sir. And she goes, and for you.
No, stop.
And then my friend was like, Yeah, man, I'll just take a oh, let me guess, you want the Budweiser. And he was like, no,
Eric, is she French or Asian?
right, I'm just doing a really bad version of it. I'm trying to tell you like how over the top
It's
she was with
amazing.
them and with
That's
me,
amazing.
not at all, right? And then at the very end, and he shouldn't have done this. I fucking begged him not to do this. But at the very end, when we got our main courses, and I was halfway done, my other buddy was halfway done, and my other friend was like, man, I just can't. No, I can't eat this. I don't want it. And I was like, do not, dude, she is already on your ass. I don't know what you guys did, but do not. She literally comes over to him and she's like, something wrong? And then he's like, oh, well, could you heat this up and, maybe, or maybe can I order something different? And she literally took out one of the
Oh,
in the back of her hair and she just started going like this with it, like kind of shaking. And she came back over and she's like, kitchen closed, order more. And he's like, well, can you just reheat it? And then she looked at him and then she just like, she goes, you fucking eat this. And he was like, and she walked away and my one buddy, without missing a beat, looks at me and he goes, fuck you, sushi. And we want it, like they've come back to visit again and we've never been able to go, but it's not that. I think it is a chain, maybe starting in San Francisco, but
that's amazing. There. Fuck you, sushi.
F-U-K-U sushi. Fuck you, sushi.
Fuck you. Fuck you, sushi.
You fucking eat this?
Fuck you. You fucking eat this.
And he was just like, I mean, but like if you're having a situation where you're not really in the wrong, but you're that last asshole and they want you out of there. They want to go see their families. And if they're dragging it out, like, oh, you eat this, and they're like, no, bitch.
Right. It could have been the last day to see a family member before they flew back home.
Oh God. Sick relative, anything. And then it's just like your need to reheat this.
And he's like, my shrimp tempura is cold. Microwave this bitch. Fuck you.
Can you do that?
Fuck you, sushi. Oh my God.
All right, I gotta hear your number two.
My last one is the wonderful International House of Pancakes.
Who that I have.
The bane of my existence. I've never had a good experience at IHOP.
Never.
However, this one is quick and it just baffles me that this even was a response. So first of all, imagine you're hungover. You have to spend time with family early in the morning. You're sweating alcohol out your pores. Yes, you are just not doing well. And you go to IHOP begrudgingly because it's never good. And you order a short stack of pancakes with fresh strawberries on top. It's not fresh, folks. It's from a jar. It's gross. And you get this pancake and it's like beautifully done in a plate. Okay, maybe it's good this time. It's also 800 degrees in there because they're too cheap to turn the air conditioning on a Sunday morning. So I'm profusely sweating, nauseous, drinking water like I haven't drank water in 20 years. And I get this pancake and I just want to eat it. And I look and I'm like, what the fuck is hanging out the sides of my pancake? The fucking cook baked a hair this long into the batter and it was hanging out the sides of the pancake. So imagine a circle with hair out of the sides. So I'm now nauseated and I'm gagging and I'm like, I'm going to fucking lose it. So I'm sitting there and I'm not going to eat this. And the waitress comes over and says, oh, is everything okay? And I'm like, no. Is that okay? She goes, what is that? I said, you tell me, what is that? What the fuck is that? Does someone have like 12-inch hair back there? What the fuck is this? And she's like, let me go get my manager. She could tell clearly I'm fuming. The manager comes over and goes, that looks like a really long hair. I'm looking around like, is this a fucking joke? Am I being punked? Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. It looks like it is. So I'm not going to eat this. He goes, can we make you something else? Why? Why is that the response? Can we make
why so Yeti Jack in the back?
Right? You just gave me someone's fucking long ass hair. in my food. You think I want to order some else? I have no confidence. My confidence is gone. Thank you, IHOP. So needless to say, I had water and felt nauseous for the rest of the morning.
Oh my
And
God, I'm so sorry you went through
so
that.
fuck you, IHOP.
You will fucking eat this?
You
And I'm so
fucking eat
sorry,
this.
I just now turned on my ring lights.
It's okay. It
See
just
my
shows a little
face
more
out.
glisten.
Jesus, dude, it is hot. I have a window open, a fan on, and my door open.
Don't lie. You're in a closet. Oh my God. Okay, we need some ventilation going in here. There's the professional studio quality fan.
Just a
Oh
big
my
stack of clothes.
goodness.
There's the closet.
This is the ransom room, folks.
Yeah.
Say
Whew.
goodbye.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you had a chance to write it down, but we did make a promise last week to read out those
Oh, I got him.
ridiculous names. All
I got
right.
him. All right, coming up, we have 24-pack hoarders, rabid weasel muffin,
Oh yes.
salad bar death squad, the OG, weird name, kill that Kelly, and my favorite, jar of farts. Thank you, jar of farts. So keep them coming, guys. I love your comments. I know Eric loves the comments. It makes us feel really good. We do put time and sweat, as you can see, Eric. He's
Thank
gonna
you,
take a
ring light.
shower.
Now I look.
It's your birthday. It's all right.
I'm gonna keep
But-
this off, I think, for now.
Yeah, it means a lot that you guys watch. We got up to almost 900 views. So let's get to 1,000. That's a goal.
Right.
So
Thank you so much. And-
keep it up, guys.
And we do actually have a little bit of time for this last thing that if you just want to do like rapid fire or whatever, just unfortunate names from people that you've, I mean, we only have
So-
like 5 minutes left or whatever, but
Want to hear a fun fact about that? I, being the data nerd that I am, decided to Google weirdest and most horrifying names. In 2017, 12 girls and 6 boys were named ESPN. Yes, folks. ESPN, the sports channel. What you got, Sweaty?
oh man, a buddy of
Larson.
mine when he was in grad school, a foreign exchange student, came to their university. I think he was from Thailand. And his name was 3 words, MIFATKOK.
My fat cock.
My fat cock. And of course,
Stop.
he insisted upon in the orientation class and roll call of saying the professors, I guess they even approached him saying like, here your name might means a little something different, so you're gonna get a lot of giggles. Well, we can just say it's my here. And he's like, I'm very proud, it's family name. I will stand up and say my fat cock. So
That's
imagine a 200 or 300
worst
seat
name I've
lecture
heard.
hall like my fat cock, I am here, and just
That is-
okay.
I
Add
can't
on to
believe
that, which is even worse. Same story. He runs
Can
into
it
the
get
guy
worse?
2 years later, and he says, "Hey, you told me I should change my name and get an American name, so I changed the most offensive part of my name. And here's my license." And just like the fucking McLovin license, he looks at it and he goes, "You changed your name to John Fat Cock?"
Stop.
And he was like, "I know, much improved, much improved." And he walked away and he was like, and he ran away into the night and never saw him again. So somewhere out there, God bless you, John Fatcock.
I'm going to go look for him right now and interview him on this show.
Be amazing. You got
I'm
another
gonna-
one?
Amazing. I think we're going to end on that.
Amazing.
I don't think
Oh.
it gets better than that. Did you want to talk about a GoFundMe that you have?
Yeah. So I'll just remind everybody that for Body Count, we've still got the GoFundMe going, still trying to raise a little bit of last minute funds there for the anthology horror film. Jennifer and Richard are doing a great job, and we just need a little bit of help to get to that finish line. We're going to be filming the Holly Hatchet segment the last weekend of the month, 26th through the 28th. So we will put that link down in the description. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it.
Awesome. And if anybody wants to send me on social media some funny clips of you doing something stupid, we always appreciate it. We will try and work that in as some uplifting content, maybe do a whole reel of people doing stupid shit.
Awesome. And with that,
Yeah.
we did it. We got to the finish line. Thank you so much for joining me on my birthday, guys. Thank you
Happy
for sticking with
birthday.
us. I know it's been a week or so since we've had a show, but we're going to start rolling out more content next
Yep.
week. Thank you so much. Thank you to Erin for
Thank
making it
you.
through the episode. She rocked it.
Thank you.
All
My
right,
voice will be
everybody.
better.
Have a great time. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.